Week number one, we got a taste of what should be a special prep football season here in Central Ohio. Hello, everybody. I'm Dom Taberry. Welcome to First and 10.
Yeah, I'm Bo Bishop. Further proof tonight in week two as we get some classic early season matchups to share with you.
And we're going to begin, as we do every week, with our top billing game voted on by you, the fans, 10tv.com/First and 10. We're going to head to Academy, a rivalry game. Vikings hosting the Hawks of Hartley. Student
Green man.
Yeah, that's you, isn't it?
Look at that guy.
Yeah, and turned out to be a tale of two halves in this one, no question about it. And look at that. That's Noah Key running 47 yards for the touchdown. And then we'll come back with Noah Key again running the hard there. 320 yards this young man had rushing in this ball game. And you know what? I give Academy a credit. They came back, make it close, 42-34 final score.
Boy, that kid's special. Good comeback.
It's a battle of Catholic schools in tonight's Click and Pick Game of the Week. 10 TV sports anchor Dom Taberry is live at Bishop Hartley tonight with a preview. Dom?
Well, it's always a big game when Hartley and Reedy meet on the football field, and that will certainly be the case tonight as the 7-2 Hawks of Hartley entertain the 4-5 Knights of Reedy. This is the game that you, the fans, voted for on 10tv.com/First and 10, our top billing game. The Hawks look to be playoff bound, certainly near the top in their region. There will be no postseason no for Reedy this year, so they'll be out to end the season tonight on a high note.
You play your rival, it's a one-game season. I think anything that would happen after this takes certainly second page to this game. Our kids are going to remember it on how they play against Reedy. And, you know, Reedy's losses have been to excellent football teams. There's no comparison in those.
We'll have all the highlights coming up tonight on First and 10 from this ball game. Coming up at 6, though, we'll run down all the games we're covering tonight. Live at Hartley High School, Dom Taberry, 10 TV Sports.
Thank you, Dom. Hey, remember, you can also find scores on 10 TV.
It's the playoffs on the line in tonight's high school football matchups.
Yep, and Dom Taberry is live at Bishop Hartley with sports tonight. Hey, Dom.
Yeah, we are live here at Hartley High School. This is the site of our top billing game as Hartley hosts the Knights of Reedy High School. Behind me, you can see that the Reedy Knights out on the field getting ready for this game. This is the game that you, the fans, voted for at 10tv.com/First and 10, our top billing game as the 7-2 Hawks look to be a lock as far as making the playoffs goes. At 4-5 rather, there will be no postseason for Reedy, so this is the Knights' playoff game tonight.
It is absolutely our playoff game. It's Bishop Hartley, Bishop Reedy, east side, west side, and it's CCL. And we don't care about all that other crap, because I'm telling you tonight, there's only one game in town, and it's this one.
It's a great rivalry. You know, it's such a geographic rivalry, east side versus west side in Franklin County, and for Catholic schools, it makes it pretty intense.
Guy football team back in action tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Jim. It has been an amazing season, weather-wise and on the field-wise. We've seen some amazing performances. Matt Barnes making his first trip out this season. No better place at his alma mater, Bishop Hartley High School. This has to be a humbling experience, right?
Oh, I mean, teachers, the fans. This is exactly what I need it to be. This is wonderful.
You fit in perfectly.
Thank you.
And the crowd is amazing. For week number 10, this is the regular season finale, and it starts right here at the Battle of the Bishops. Bishop Reedy visiting Bishop Hartley tonight, and the Hawks have had a tremendous season. 7-2 so far this year, an impressive year. They need a win tonight just to guarantee a home field spot in the Division IV playoffs next week. And against Central Ohio competition, this team is undefeated this season. Bishop Reedy, they can try to spoil that tonight and get to an even 5-5 on its season. They got a big upset win in order to make that happen. Joined now by the head coach of the Bishop Hartley Hawks, Brad Birchfield. Brad, in your time here, this program is slowly built, and here you are. You have some great individual talent, but it takes more than that, doesn't it, to get to the level you're going to?
Well, the program's been good for a long time, and we've got some great kids who've worked very hard and been very goal-oriented, and it's been a magical season, but it truly can't be a great season unless we beat Reedy tonight.
Well, tell me about that. Even when I talked to your kids in preseason, they said their biggest goal this year, yeah, they want to make the playoffs, they wanted to beat Reedy.
You know, with playoffs, all that kind of stuff, that'll be exciting for another day, but the season in itself is about Reedy and about playing the Hartley-Reedy game, and they've got us couple times here recently. So it's our chance to leave whatever legacy we're going to leave. We got a chance to do it in the next 48 minutes.
Give me a real quick comment on Noah Key, your great running back.
Yeah, he's great. He's done a great job running the ball, and that's all been very well documented. But he's been an unselfish blocker and been an excellent defensive player for us, and special teams player too. So all those yards and all that, those are great. But I think the team-oriented stuff we're most proud of.
Good luck tonight, Brad. We appreciate your time. Thanks very much, Bishop Hartley's Brad Birchfield. Now to the other games of Notre Dame's playoffs. We are rooting for all those kids tonight, all those highlights on Football Friday night ahead. Matt now joins us live at the alma mater, looking for the Buckeye game tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what? You look like Woody. Oh, are you supposed to be Woody Hayes?
You hurt my feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you know, Woody would be proud of the way the Buckeyes played just a couple weeks ago, but their road game, this is the big one. How are they going to beat Minnesota? Here's William White's Winning Ways.
The air crisp, the leaves have fallen. It is week 10 of Friday Night Football.
And tonight, our Football Friday Night tailgate crew is at Bishop Hartley High School with one of the biggest matchups tonight. Hello, guys. You there? Can we hear you?
Hello.
There
Good. I hope you can hear me. Is everything? It sound good? All right.
You
good.
sound beautiful.
As you can see, it's a special Halloween edition of the Football Friday Night Tailgate edition, and we're gonna have a lot of fun out here. We're at Bishop Hartley High School, and it's a great rivalry. Hartley versus Reedy. It's a great game every year, regardless of the records, and obviously they take things very seriously. That is some incredible carving. That is magnificent. This is a huge tailgate they're doing for this particular game. We got folks spread out all the way down here, but we've never seen anything like this. With the incredible setup at Bishop Hartley High School, check out the scoreboard. All right, so this is a simulcast of what we're showing on TV, but on like a 7-second delay. I hope they're not being confused at home, but that's what's happening right now on the stadium. We've never seen anybody do that before. They've got the resources here at Hartley, so we're abusing them. But we are tickled to death to be here for a very busy week number 10, the regular season finale of Football Friday Night. This just one of many great games around Central Ohio. Our friends from Raising Cane's, the Army National Guard, all here to help us celebrate it. Much more coming up in a few minutes live from the home of the Hawks, Bishop Hartley, and including Bishop Hartley alumnus Matt Barnes. He'll be here in just a moment.
It's good to see Gordon Geekame wearing a Woody Hayes hat tonight. Thanks a lot, Jared.
Kind of the same thing, yep.
Coming up at 5:11.
And all that. You know what else we have? We have a chili cook-off going on here at Bishop Hartley. I mean, look at the beautiful selection of chili here. Some right there, some over here. I mean, it's going to be tough to judge these, but there are 6 houses that are going to be judging these things. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of good chili, a lot of good canes. National Guard is here again. This tailgate, probably one of the best ones. You're not here, Jim. We miss you, buddy. But we'll take it back to you all. We'll have much more from Bishop Hartley, my alma mater.
All right, Matt. And here's what's coming up and when.
It is a perfect night out there for football in Central Ohio.
And tonight, our Football Friday Night tailgate crew at Bishop Hartley High School, home of the Hawks, with one of the evening's biggest matchups. And is that Woody Hayes?
The one and only Woody Hayes, because frankly, in this kind of a setting where the weather is supposed to get colder, who's tougher than Woody? So we're going shirt sleeves barely tonight. Who needs a sweatshirt for what should be a great Football Friday night, week number 10? Our friends at Bishop Hartley, they do things right. By the way, this guy right here, I'm going to get him to talk before the end of the night. Who's going to win? You see? Okay, well, he does have this accurate for me. Our friends back here are playing the world's largest cornhole game. We've got 75 competitors on each side. Let's see what we've got. Oh, that's incredible! With the pressure on. With the pressure on. That's you guys at 5 o'clock, but check it out. Just over the... We haven't had a school do this yet. They've got our live shot here from Bishop Hartley up on their big screen. The technology at high schools, I'll tell you what, even the great Woody Hayes would be proud of the technological effort being done here tonight. For the record, I can't see a thing through these glasses. Matt's coming up in a few minutes after weather with Jim.
All right. Well, you look good out there. Thanks, Jared. Here's what's coming up and when on NBC4 at 5.
Forgot about Matt. How can I do that?
Matt's having his own homecoming tonight.
I'll be out there next week, Matt.
Yeah,
sorry.
Thanks, Jim, you know.
Nice hat.
It's quite all right, Jim. I'm a little busy playing flimsy anyways with my Bishop Hartley brethren. It's a pretty fun game, actually. It's throw the frisbee, try to knock off the cup, or do exactly that, throw it in between the 2 sticks. It's pretty fun. I'm really awful at it, though, but hopefully the game's a little bit better than our game faring right now. Of course, Bishop Hartley, Bishop Reedy, part of Football Friday night here at our tailgate bash. We got plenty more coming actually right here at 6, but for now, we're going to have fun. You guys, yeah, have some fun. Let's take it back to you all. We'll be back at 6:15.
All right. Thanks a lot. Taking a look now at today's consumer headline.
Well, a week from tonight, 1st and 10 will be loaded with nothing but playoff games where, of course, it's win or go home. Hello, everybody. I'm Dom Taberry. Welcome to 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm Bo Bishop. This week we've got teams jockeying for playoff positioning, teams trying to get in, teams playing for pride, and some of the area's best rivalry games, including the one you were at.
No question about it. This the game that you, the fans, voted for at 10tv.com/1st and 10. Our top billing game, Hartley hosting Reedy. It was senior night for the playoff-bound Hawks. First quarter, Hartley jumps out. Check off Omar Lane. Makes the corner, and this guy is fast. 41 yards for the touchdown. Hartley jumping out to a 7-0 lead after an onside kick. Hawks get it right back, and they make him pay on the reverse. Who are you going to give the ball to? How about Omar Lane?
Why not?
We've seen this before. 49 yards for the touchdown. Hartley goes on to win 41-13. Next stop, Northland.
Another Barnes tonight in his Halloween garb, by the way.
Keeping you in line is what I'm doing, Rudy.
A chance to go to your alma mater.
That was fun. And Hartley taking on Reedy, big rivalry. And when it's a rivalry, you never know who's going to win. And I've been
Is that true?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Being from Hartley, you know, you always got to look out for the Reedy Silver Knights. But a Hartley win gives the Hawks home field in the first round of the playoffs. Reedy ball here in the first quarter. Bo Hardy on the option gets hit by Juwan Woodley on the pitch. Noah Key hops on the loose ball. So Hawks on offense now. Omar Lane finds the lane, turns on the turbo, and off he goes to the end zone. 7-0 Hawks. Gutsy call by head coach Brad Birchfield. Goes for an onside kick, gets the ball. Hartley first play. After that kick, reverse. Lane once again showing off the speed. Makes it 14-0 Hartley. Hawks take down the rival Silver Knights 41-13. Up the road at St. Charles.
To the playoff preview as we continue to roll along, and we'll take a look at Division 4 beginning with Region 13. And we talk so much about Akron Manchester and the season that they've had. And Ryan, 10-0, congratulations to them. They draw Perry in round number 1.
Right. The thing I love about Akron Manchester, they dress 37 players. These guys epitomize hard-nosed, go-both-ways football, and Coach France has done a terrific job. 10-0, number 1 seed.
Martins Ferry will get Campbell Memorial. Memorial with a 9-1 season back in the playoffs. Chagrin Falls at 9-1 against Garfield. Chagrin Falls. Chagrin is back in, and they're going to be another team to be reckoned with.
I always say watch out for those teams that made a dent last year, made it all the way to the state final, only to be in the championship presentation and not get the trophy. They want to get back there.
Lakeview and Claresville round out the 3-6 matchup in Region 13. In Region 14, Clear Fork at 9-1. The Colts going up against Mansfield, Ontario at 7-3. And the 4-5 matchup, Genoa area, undefeated season for them. And they'll get Ottawa Glandorf.
Strong season 10-0, and you're right, that's a good matchup, though, with Ottawa Glandorf 8-2.
Talk about another playoff-tested team. You got to watch out for OG. Congratulations to Elyria Catholic, number 2, led by their great quarterback, Danny Reeser, who just set the Lorain County record for the most touchdown passes in the history of the county, most touchdown passes in the history of the school, and he passes Ryan O'Rourke, who was the quarterback at Avon, and they are high-flying, and they get Huron, so that's kind of a west side showdown there in week number 1. Orville and Triway will go at it in the 3-6 matchup. And on to 15, Ironton, Coshocton, 1 versus 2, couple of 8-2 teams going at it. Highland and Portsmouth West will be the 4-5 matchup in 15. And Heath and Albany Alexander, 9-1, 8-2. There's your 2-7 matchup. Amanda Clear Creek, another battle-tested school in that 6-hole. The 6-hole has had some tough teams in the state this year,
there's
doesn't
some
it?
pretty solid teams there. And Heath, again, 9-1. They beat Newark Catholic. Good win there. And Bishop Hartley, pretty good team as well. Watch out for 8-2.
And in Region 16, Clinton Massey, they have been up there all season long. Congratulations to them as they finish off an unbeaten season. They'll get tapped in round number 1. Kenton, Carlisle, and you better play some defense on Kenton because the state's one of the state's best quarterback in Matty Mock. They'll just throw it, they'll just throw everything at you. Mike Mock, that's a great team to watch.
They're fun to watch. There's no doubt about it. Just like arena football.
If you can't play PlayStation, go to a Kenton game. Plain City, Jonathan Alder coming in at 9-1 against Waynesville, and then there's Alter going up against Cincinnati, North College Hill. North College Hill's had a great season as well. Got a really good quarterback, sitting at 10-0, but again, if you want to win the states, you got to beat the champ.
10-0 and you got to play alter. That's not how you design it. But if you're going to win the playoffs, you got to go through the best.
All right, let's preview a little up close and personal on 3 different teams. We'll focus here in Division 4, beginning with Kenton. And I know I always like to talk quarterbacks when you got the quarterback sitting next to you. Kenton averaging almost 50 points a game. Matty Malk.
Yeah, Manny, the injury to Jordan Gallegos, the running back for New Albany, certainly huge there. Matt Barnes covering his alma mater tonight. Another rematch from earlier in the season.
Kind of weird, too, when you beat a team so bad like they did the first time. Now Hartley trying to see if they can do it again against Amanda Clearcook. In the first meeting, Hartley won 48-10, but the Aces have improved greatly since then. 7-7 game at the half. Oh, but the Hawks come out of the locker room inspired. Noah Key, who had an 85-yard run in the first quarter, takes on 71 yards here to the house. He had another long one later. Short, he's good. The Aces would fumble on the kickoff, and the Hawks take advantage. Jared Zhang right up the middle. Hawks lead 20-7. Things go from bad to worse for Amanda. Dylan Hinkstock running and another fumble. Juwan Woodley with the recovery on defense, and then on offense takes it around the edge and in the end zone for 6 more. A tale of 2 halves, and this one Hartley prevails 40-21.
Now season for those guys to D4 Classic Showdown Region 15 Amanda Hartley. Hartley's social director Ernie Nellendam getting after it. You know who else is? This fine gentleman, Noah Key.
Yeah.
71 of them. This is what I think of you, my friend. You're number 1.
Yeah.
Noah agrees. 14-7. On the next Hartley drive, Jared Zhang up the middle, 15-yard touchdown. The extra point was blocked, but it's 20-7, and the Hawks are in good shape. More from Hartley. In the third, Juwan Woodley takes the pitch. 10-yard touchdown run. 2-pointer failed. It was 26-7. It didn't matter. 40-21. The final. We'll get to who they play in just a minute.
Hartley's a good football team.
Beautiful field where it's Heath against Hartley. And this is one outstanding matchup. Heath has the Defensive Player of the Year. Hartley with the Offensive Player of the Year. And in the first half, it was Noah Key who scored all 3 touchdowns, one here, here, and here. But Heath has a very talented quarterback in Cole Brenner. He keeps it for this huge 66-yard TD run, and he throws well, too. But a big play for Hartley as Drake Jones blocks the extra point. So at the half, it's Hartley up by 2, and the Hawks would never lose that lead. They go on to beat Heath 39-26. Minnie Dreyer, Football Friday Night.
Semis, Hartley and Heath. This was a good one. Pick it up 7-0. There comes Hartley, and here comes Heath. Check out Cole Benner making plays, and he is off. 66 yards on the score. We are tied at 7. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know by now, you will know now. Noah Key is really good. 37 yards on that score, 14-7. Second quarter now, more from Key, this time from 4 out, 21-13. Cole Benner answers. This time to the air attack. He finds Evan Fry. 2-pointer, no good, so it's now 21-19. Third quarter now, more from Key, this time from 3 out. They go for 2 and get it. 29-19, 5 touchdowns from Key.
Wow.
Benner finds Zach Wolf, 32-26. Last chance for the Dogs. Alonzo Saxon getting pressure on Benner. The fumble, the recovery, that'll do it. Hartley a winner, 39-26.
Them guys are all veteran senior line, just out there pushing them guys out of the way. That's gave me the opportunity at the game I had today. Just came out really excited, you know, disappointed last year to make the playoffs, so we're going on a deep run this year. Got Ironton next, and can't be more excited. Rematch.
It is regional final weekend in high school football. 7 Central Ohio teams still alive, including my alma mater, the Hartley Hawks, who will have revenge on their minds this Friday. For the second time this postseason, the Hawks facing a team they played in the regular season. The first rematch was against Amanda, who they beat in week 1 of the season and the playoffs. Now they get to deal with Ironton again. They lost to the Tigers in week 8, 37-16. Turnovers playing a key role in that loss.
Obviously, we have something to prove. They beat us, and so they've got a lot of confidence. We got to prove we can beat them. I mean, it's 2 pretty traditional powers playing in a regional championship. What more could you ask?
High school football playoff.
Yeah, they are. We'll get to Saturday's action in just a minute, but a very big state semifinal. Since it's our last game together, want to split up the highlights?
Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Just as long as we don't have to hold hands. Bishop Hartley taking on the defending state champs Kettering Alder.
Yeah, all right. Hartley on the board first. Noah Key off tackle, 7-zip Hawks. This one's yours.
Yeah, Noah Key, I've seen him several times this year. This guy is very good. He's going to make a great college player. I don't think there's any question about it. His dad played at Michigan, but look at here, another big run for him. He's gone 14-0 Hartley.
We probably said his name more than any other this year doing the 1st and 10 fun. In fact, far from done, Noah Key. One more time, why not? Right up the middle, put it in the paint, 21-0. Hartley would give that lead up. They trailed 28-21, but would score a touchdown, get a 2-pointer. They will play Chagrin Falls Friday in Massillon for the state championship, 29-28 the final. Saturday, D1.
Only one high school football team in action tonight, the Bishop Hartley Hawks in a Division IV state semi. My alma mater hasn't won a state title since 1986. The opponent, Kettering Alter, they've won it the past 2 years. Yeah, underdogs for sure are Hartley, and it was all look out. Later, after an Alter fumble, Key houses another one, this one of the longer variety. He'd add one more long one in the second quarter. Hartley was up 21-0. Alter scored 28 unanswered from that point, but the Hawks, with 2 minutes left, score and go for 2 and get it. The Hawks flying heights unbounded. They win 29-28, will play Chagrin Falls in the state championship. The Hawks early, Noah Key capping up a 99-yard opening drive with this touchdown, heading right into your living room.
Bishop Hartley, who at one time was the #1 ranked team in the state in Division IV. And look who's back, Mark Iamarino. And Chagrin Falls, Tigers back in it against the Hawks. Should be a very, very good football game. Let's start with Bishop Hartley, because over Thanksgiving, they actually talked about, what do you want to do if we get into a certain situation? Should we go for the extra point and tie, or do we go for 2 points in the win? They said, we're going for 2 in the win. Guess what? Next night, it came up. Noah Key goes in for the go-ahead and what eventually was the game-winning score, and they beat Alton.
Well, I think you got to give credit to Coach Brad Burkfield and what he's done with his team this year. And I think if you ask any football team, that's the answer you're going to get. But credit the coaching staff for sticking to their guns, because that happened, and they rolled the dice. And you know what? What I like is he went with Noah Key. You know, Noah Key's been explosive in the playoffs. He's only had his worst game in the playoffs, 179 yards. He's gone over 200 yards, three out of 4. You know, when the game's on the line, you got to go for 2. He gives it to his best players. So, you know, they were either going to go down swinging or they were going to advance. And I'll tell you what, they advanced, and here they are back in the state finals. It's been a long time, and the team playing with a lot of confidence right now.
For Coach Burkfield, I think that decision was pretty easy what to do with for the 2-point conversion. I mean, last week alone, he had 4 touchdowns and the 2-point conversion, and in the playoffs so far, the young man has ripped 15 touchdowns against defenses. So talk about your best players playing their biggest on the biggest stage. That's Noah Key. So I can't wait to see what he does in the state final.
Yeah, 239 yards last week, and there's a look at the matchup. 12-2 against 13-1. Let's go to the other side of the matchup and talk about the Tigers at Chagrin Falls. Mark Iamarino has done such a great job. A switch, a new quarterback comes into the system this year, and all they do is they kind of picked up where they left off last year, and they run themselves into a possible state championship.
Well, first of all, the best coaching job of the year, without a doubt. They lose 22 seniors off that team last year that lost in the state final in Division IV to Kettering Alter, but here they are coming back, and I'm not sure anybody would have expected what they've accomplished this year. So great job, the coaching staff and the players. I mean, they've got an amazing chemistry, and you know, I would say this is a kind of a working class group of young men. They play great defense. I mean, they've been dominant. That's the thing, is they've been so dominant defensively throughout the playoffs, and offensively, Timmy Porter's been the guy making the decisions and spreading the wealth, but he's got a lot of guys that are spreading the ball to. And I see such a great team effort right here that it's been impressive to watch so far. Again, I go back, I always say this, a team that lost a year ago that comes back has got something to prove, and these guys have something to prove.
Forget about the 22 seniors they lost last year. First round of the playoffs, they lose Mark Geraci, senior team leader, fastest guy in the team, their big playmaker, and all they do is just plug in a couple sophomores and keep the machine turning. This is a very sound football team. I love what they've done, but Bishop Hartley, the last few weeks, what they've done, they brought their splits down and just pounded Noah Key. So we'll see if Chagrin Falls has the answer for that kind of running game.
All right, the big school state championship will be the finals.
4 remaining teams left vying for a state football crown. 4 are from Central Ohio: Fredericktown, Hilliard-Davidson, Bishop Hartley, and Bishop Watterson. The Freddies and Davidson Wildcats play Saturday in semifinal action, along with the Watterson Eagles, who will face Cincinnati McNicholas. The Hartley Hawks take to the field Friday to battle Alter in Division IV. Teams getting in morning practices today before Thanksgiving meals, not really weary of the amount of turkey they take in.
You know, in the past, we really have never said anything. I'm sure people are going to, no matter whether I say it or not, they're probably going to do what they're going to do and enjoy Thanksgiving. And I guess we don't play till Saturdays. Hopefully Friday you can, you know, work it off, I guess, a little bit.
We talk a lot about nutrition, but kids are resilient, and I shudder to think. I worry about the coaches eating too much. That's what I worry about.
I'm sure they had a healthy helping.
3 at halftime, all Jets since then. A safety added a few minutes ago. Former Buckeye kicker Aaron Petrie kicked the field goal tonight for the Bengals. They're likely going to fall to 2-9. Go for that #1 pick. And it does not end for Bishop Hartley just yet, serving as the lone Central Ohio team to play in the state semifinals Friday. Hawks making final preparations Thanksgiving morning to face Kettering Alter, the 2-time defending state champ in Division 4. Hartley making its first trip to the state semifinals since winning it all 24 years ago.
I think that gives us the advantage. You know, nobody expects us to come out and win and play hard like we will, and I think we're going to shock the world.
Love the confidence. It's what you need. Celebrating on the corner of Zedler and Livingston for months as the Bishop Hartley Hawks are Division 4 state champions tonight. They were not the popular choice when the playoffs began, but as our own Hartley alum Matt Barnes reports, the Hawks are pretty popular now.
You've earned this. This is yours. We don't want nothing given to us. We're going out there and you take it. Let's go.
Right from the pregame speech, the Hartley Hawks came out on fire. Omar Lane, 52-yard touchdown run. Jawan Woodley, 43-yard reception from Austin Underwood. And then Noah Key, 60 yards, 3 big plays, 3 touchdowns, and all in the first 3 drops.
We've been doing that all year, real explosive. I don't think they were prepared for the speed we had on the outside. I don't think they realized how fast we were.
But it wasn't just the Hartley offense on showcase. The Hartley defense and special teams came up big throughout. 2 interceptions, 4 tackles for losses, and a blocked field goal.
Our defense is kind of shadowed by our offense, but defensively we're a really strong defense, and it's really nice. It's really good to have a strong offense and a strong defense.
They've lost a little bit of the limelight compared to the offense, which is fine. I mean, it's a total team effort, but I thought special teams was huge. I thought all 3 phases, but defense played great.
When Chagrin Falls closed the gap to 7 in the third quarter, Hartley didn't waver. Instead, it played like a true champion, adding 2 more touchdowns. Add all that up, and you can understand why Hartley won their first state championship in 24 years.
All week in the paper, we've just been hearing how their defense was so good. They shut down the team last week, and that we weren't going to win this game. We've been underdogs pretty much every week in the playoffs, so I think we just took that personally all year and just came out and put out our best game.
Well, we're the best, you know. We're not bashful in saying, hey, we're the best. So at least for a little while, we're gonna be happy to say that.
From Massillon, Matt Barnes, NBC4 Sports.
All right, Matt. Tomorrow, Central Ohio take.
No, in fact, I'm looking, and these guys are all looking down like, wait, are my jeans up? But the team looks good. They are here, the state champions, the Bishop Hartley Hawks, the football team in D4, here in-house. They just won the title yesterday at 11 o'clock in the morning. Coach Brad Birchfield is with me. I said it right this time, Coach. Is it sunk in yet? You guys are state champs.
Yeah, it's exciting. The kids worked hard, and I think it'll sink in more as time goes on, but we're going to relish it for a little while at least.
Of course you're going to relish it a little. And Coach Tressel won a national title in 2 years, his second year being there. You've done it in 3 years at Hartley. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, they gave us a little longer than they gave Coach Tressel, that's for sure.
When we look at this game, because the game was on TV, and you look at some of the highlights, we do have some footage from it, it shows that you guys were so strong offensively. But you were great defensively as well, and I think the big factor in all your playoff games and for most of the season was your speed, your team speed.
Yeah, we got a lot better as the year went on too, which I think is important. You know, we got to play a long season, 15 games, and I thought the team got a lot better from weeks 11 to 15, and that's why they have the trophy.
Coach Birchfield is known for those onside kicks. I want to go to these guys. What do you think when Coach says we're going to do another onside kick? What do you think of that?
I like doing the onside kicks because they're always really exciting. Our players are really good, and so most of the time they'll get their hands on the ball, and it makes a really exciting game. So
did they work every time, though?
Not every time.
No, it didn't work every time, did they? What do you guys feel? You're state champs. Does it feel good?
Yeah, it feels real good just to be in the legacy of Hartley and everything, the tradition. It's a great tradition with Hartley. I just love this moment.
Well, you deserve to love this moment. And the neat thing about this team is, didn't you have 3 players whose fathers played for the state title back in the 80s?
Yeah, we had several players that their dads at least contributed to one of the state tournament teams in the mid-80s.
So much, Brad.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it adds a lot. The kids have a lot of incentive to play well. They got a lot to live up to. And now the next generation will have the same amount to live up to.
Marshall, coming over. We need a last check on the forecast. These guys are going to send us off with the Go Hawks.
Let me get back here in the back because we'll just run back this direction.
And way to put pressure on the basketball coach at Hartley, who happens to be my husband. Now he has to win a state title.
It's his turn now.
33 degrees for your high today. Some snow moving in. Going to be worse when you go south and west of Columbus, but we'll end up with some snow here in town as well. 32 tomorrow, and then just some flurries Monday and Tuesday. And
cold. It was cold in that game yesterday. Hey, what do you guys say to send us off? What do you give us, a 1, 2, 3, go Hawks? What do you do? You got 10 seconds, better hurry.
1, 2, 3, go Hawks.
That's the morning version of the Go Hawks. Congratulations, guys.
Take down the Bucks and the Hogs date in the Sugar Bowl, and we have royalty in the studio, high school football royalty. Watterson and Hartley both crowned state champs over the weekend. Give yourselves an applause. They will talk about their accomplishments shortly, and we are eating oh so good tonight, tumbleweed in the grill, and it does not get better than that. We begin with the Buckeyes headed to the Sugar Bowl on January 4th with Jim Tressel. Dom?
All right, Bo, thanks a lot. Coach, hard to believe, first ever meeting between Ohio State and for you and our audience back in the grill. Today is Coach Tressel's 39th, is that right? 39th birthday?
Is it 39th or 38th? I'm not sure.
Something like that, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We're about the same age.
That's right. You know, it's an exciting time, and I know the folks back in the studio with Bishop Hartley and Bishop Watterson are back there, and we're so proud. We got to come over and rub a little magic off of those folks that went and got the job done here in December, which is when you have to get it done to be a champion, and we're awful proud that you represented the capital city well.
State champions, that is.
Unbelievable.
Coach Jim Tressel, happy birthday. Thank you very much for stopping by, and go get those Razorbacks.
Thank you.
All right, Bo, let's head back to you.
Time for our floor and decor flooring of the week. And we were floored by not one but two state champs in Central Ohio. Bishop Watterson state champs in Division III, beating Akron Buchtel 13-12 in a thriller. And Bishop Hartley made it easier on its fans, cruising to the D4 state title, beating Chagrin Falls 34-13. Congratulations to all you guys. We'll start with the Hartley fellas. And first state title since '86. Evan, let's start with you, man. I mean, a 13-2 year. You guys beat Kettering Alter, you beat Ironton, and then you kind of cruised in a state championship game. You made it look pretty easy, but it was tough getting there.
Yeah, it was tough. It was very tough getting there. Kettering Alter was a good game. Last call by Coach Birchfield, 22 or 28-29.
Goes for two, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that takes some guts.
Yeah.
You guys knew you had it, though, right?
Yeah, we knew we had it.
Yeah. This guy, I've said your name, Mr. Noah Key, more than anyone in the history of 10 TDV's First and 10. I can't tell you how many times I've seen you racing down the sidelines. To end your career here, 130 yards, 2 scores. I know every time we talk to you, the first thing you say is this is a huge team effort. Talk about how special this group was and what you guys accomplished.
It's been a real special year. I mean, it's every senior dream to end a season like this with a state championship. And I think this all came down. We worked in the offseason, and all year we just happened to get lucky breaks, like going for 2 against Kettering Alter happened to go in our favor and get us in the state championship game.
Evan, you guys, this road was tough, as I kind of alluded to. Ironton, and then, of course, Kettering Alter, the defending state champs. They've won a couple of state championships. When you guys kind of saw what was in front of you, how difficult did you think it was, and what type of focus did it take to get it done?
It took all the focus we had. And Ironton, we lost in week 8. That was going to be a big one, we knew. And we were excited when we beat them, and then we realized we had Kettering Alter next. We had a tougher opponent next week, so I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, it certainly was. You guys got it done, though. Noah, your dad obviously played at Hartley as well. I'm curious now, who's got the better Hartley legacy?
I have to go with me.
All right, I like it. Dad's in the audience too, by the way.
Yeah, Dad's over there, and I mean, I got the state championship, broke all his rushing records, touchdown records, so I'd have to give the legacy to me.
I see Dad back there, and I think he agrees. Yeah, he agrees. He shakes the head. He agrees. Watterson, let's talk about you guys a little bit. Man, Matt, this was a thrilling 13-12 game, and let's not kid ourselves. You guys didn't play perfectly in this game. There were some miscues on your guys' end, but you get it done, and the heart that it takes to get it done. How proud were you of your group?
You know, our defense has been stepping up all year, and that's just what we pride ourselves on at Watterson. We picked up our offense and helped us win the game. Our defense just played outstanding.
Brad, you guys, your defense has kind of been what you've leaned on certainly this season. What has it been about that group that's been so special going forward and now accomplishing the ultimate?
I mean, as a defensive group, we just tell each other to do our own jobs, do our own assignments, and that's what we've been doing these past. No one can ever take that away from you, and it's something you'll never be able to describe.
That's my man. How about the emotion there, buddy? That was good to see.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some cool stuff, and I hope. I mean, I'm proud. I know the whole city's obviously proud of you. Your schools are proud of both of your guys' teams, but that kind of gives you an idea of what goes into it. You mentioned since your freshman year, and that's what it took. And look at that.
It was awesome. You know, we did it as a team together and picked each other up, and it was just a great team win.
It was. Congratulations to both of you, and of course, both of your names start with Bishop, so I obviously like you quite a bit. So, well done, boys. Good stuff. All right, the Bucks will be chasing some SEC ghosts in New Orleans, but they're by a couple of state championship coaches: Dan Majelic, Watterson, Brad Birchfield of Hartley, of course. Dan, let's start with you. This maybe doesn't have a perfect game, but a perfect team, and you know how hard it is to win one of these things. How special is it to see it come to fruition?
It's really special. I mean, especially for the group of seniors. You know, I've been there as an assistant before, and you know everything that goes into it. And you know, obviously, you know, I guess the end is what you really care about more than anything. You know, things didn't go obviously perfectly, but the kids just did a great job being resilient and fighting through and finding a way to win.
That emotion there, I mean, that is just such cool stuff to see from your guys and winning that state championship. Brad, your guys. My goodness, Ironton, a team who beat you in the regular season. You beat Alter, couple times state champion. Nice go for two, by the way, on that. And then you cap it off in a state title. How special?
Yeah, it was good. I'll tell you, it was exciting. The kids got a lot better as the year went on. I think that's the thing that will really stand out with this team is, you know, they worked tremendously hard. They bought into everything that was going on, and they really made a commitment to improve every week. And I think every one of those kids got a lot better as the year went on.
And two state champions, both Bishops. We love it. Great stuff. Congratulations, guys. Awesome years from you guys. The Buckeyes headed to the Sugar Bowl. For Dom at the Woody Hayes, for Jim Tressel, Tumbleweed. Good eats as always. I'm merely Bo Bishop. Have a good night, folks.